106.3 in the house. Okay, so this entrepreneur and mom of three from Tinley Park is the founder of a pregnancy gift with must-have items for all moms to be. She's a Chicagoan you definitely need to know, and here to tell us more about the Stork bag, please welcome Erica Perry. Hi, Erica.
Hi, Val.
Thanks so much for being here.
Thank you so much.
So you're from Florida.
Yes.
And you ended up in Tinley Park.
Yes.
Thanks to your husband.
Exactly. And people always ask, like, what were you thinking? And I'm like, I don't know. I still ask them to this day, what was I thinking?
Well, you were college sweethearts, right?
We were. We met in college, and we had our first son actually while we were in college. And we stayed in Florida for like 4 years, and then he said, oh, let's move to Chicago. So actually the first year that I moved here, the winter was really mild. So I said, okay, I can do this.
He tricked you.
Yeah, but then that next year I said, oh my gosh, what is this? So yeah.
Oh, well, we're so glad you're here because you have come up with a really good idea with Stork bag. We're going to get to that in a second. Okay. But have you always been entrepreneurial?
I have. Ever since I would say maybe 17, I knew that I wanted to do my own thing.
Okay.
So when I was about 24, I told my husband, I'm like, I want a nonprofit. I essentially wanted a nonprofit. I love working with women and mothers. And that was like my first real job. I worked in a nonprofit with women who were pregnant, who were addicted to substances. So that was my first job. And then maybe 2 years later, I told my husband, I just didn't feel fulfilled. It just wasn't doing it for me after my master's degree. And now I heard you all talking about student loans. I'm like, because it was like I got my master's in this, and then I was like, you know what? I still don't feel fulfilled.
Right.
So I started my first company, Mommy Made, in 2012, and that was a service for really busy families like ours, because our family was extremely busy.
Yeah, I would say so. 3 boys under 8 years old. And then when was Stork bag born?
Stork bag was born November 2014.
And tell us, what is the premise behind Stork bag?
Yeah, so my best friend was pregnant for the first time, and she called me. She lives in Florida, and she's like, oh my gosh, I'm going through it. I don't know what to do. So I told her, I said, okay, I'm going to send you like a lot of goodies.
Like a little care package.
Yeah, a care package. And I went online. I didn't find anything that I really wanted. So I said, okay, I'll make it like a little bag, send it to her. And I did, and she loved it. But as I was doing it, I thought to myself, oh.
That was your aha moment.
Yeah, I'm like, I didn't know that product existed. So that was, that was the aha moment.
And what I like what you've done with Stork bag is you've catered it towards every trimester. So what's in the 0 to 3 month trimester bag?
So our first trimester bag includes really fun items like a full-size pregnancy journal.
Oh, that's so important.
A reusable water bottle, because we know mommy has to stay hydrated.
That's right.
We have Preggy Pops, and who knew that pregnancy lip balm existed? It's for morning sickness. So pregnancy lip balm for morning sickness.
No way.
Yes.
Where was that when I was pregnant with Max?
That's the same thing I asked. So we find like a lot of fun products. So each bag has between 8 and 12 different products in our Stork bags. All of them are catered to your trimester.
Oh, okay. So when you're you're kind of cruising when you're in 3 to 6 months. You've gotten rid of the morning sickness. So what's in this bag?
So our second trimester bag has things such as the Bump Water, which is like a prenatal supplement in the form of a drink. And all of our customers are like so yummy. So we have that in our second trimester. We have our Stretch Mark Cream, because we know.
I was hoping you were going to say that.
Yes,
that's when they start coming.
Exactly. So we also have our belly kit, our belly casting kit, and we have our belly bands. So yeah.
Oh, and then when you get to the final trimester, 6 to 9 months, what's in that bag?
So 6 to 9 months, you know, you're in your 3rd trimester, and you're like, okay, it's time for me to have this baby.
You're ready.
You're extremely tired. So we have things like eye gels for those tired eyes, because we don't usually sleep in the 3rd trimester. We have books like Waiting for Baby, which is a mommy and baby book. We even have like a 3rd trimester tea, which is specially formulated, and they call it like
Will it induce labor?
Well, so many people ask that. So it is.
No, because that's what women want.
Exactly. Well, it has like the raspberry tea thing, so it's supposed to get your body all geared up and ready for the big day. Okay,
and then once the baby comes, then you have bags for even that. So what are in these bags?
These are our post-bump bags. Now the post-bump bags are bags full of between 12 and 15 products. So even more products in these bags. In these bags we have postpartum bath scrub, we have our deodorant for mommies, we even have things for babies. So we have our milestone stickers for the babies. We have great books in here. It's full of just must-haves for your postpartum period.
I want to know somebody who's pregnant right now. now. Like, so I can get this for them.
I know.
Thank you so much, Erica. And guess what? We are giving all of this, a complete Stork bag subscription worth over $200 to one lucky viewer. Just head to WindyCityLive.com and click on promotions for your chance to win. Thank you so much, Erica.
Thank you so much.
Ryan, what's coming up?
Hey, we're going to be playing a game called Should I Stay or Should I Go? One lucky audience member is either going to play for the rest of the audience or play for themselves. We're going to do it after the break.